All right, Tom. I did it.
Oh?
I never thought I would take Bart Scott's advice.
Okay.
But for the show today, to ensure proper blood flow, opening of blood vessels to all my parts, I have taken not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but 7 lucky number 7 Viagras. And I am ready to do a lot of things.
Oh, baby. This one going to be a hard episode. It's going to go hard, baby. We here for another edition of the Grossi Perna Show, otherwise known as G P. I'm Grossi, Brandon Perna. We're coming at you, and you might be wondering, Tom, Brandon, why is there any talks of Viagra in a title about football? And we are going to answer that question because we wish we could make it up. We both wish that we were creative enough to come up with this, but nay. We leave it to the professionals. The professionals to talk about why Josh Allen should take Viagra in 2-degree weather in his playoff game tomorrow.
It's a real headline, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a real thing. So we'll talk about that. We'll preview the wild card matchups. We got a bunch of them to break down. We'll talk about the potential upsets. Maybe we'll even get into maybe some of the best divisional matchups that could occur. We're going to talk about the whole damn caboose.
Shebang.
Boom.
David Culley got fired. Brian Flores is interviewing. Chris Ballard not really sold on Carson Wentz.
Who is?
Lots to talk about today, Tom. But before we do, let me just tell you a little something about a little place called DraftKings Sportsbook. It's a sportsbook app. You download the app, you put it on your phone, you put money inside the app,
BlackBerry,
and then you bet on sports with it.
Oh,
it's pretty simple.
Volleyball?
Yeah, they probably got volleyball in there. Oh my God, my voice did. What's happening to me? All right, this weekend you've got wild card football.
Yeah, wild.
I did a little parlay bet this weekend.
Ooh.
And if it hits, I'm gonna have $2,400 to my name. I just need the Bengals to win, the Bills to win, the Eagles to win, the 49ers to win, and the Chiefs to win. The only team I was unsure about, Rams, Cardinals, that's a coin toss. That's a coin toss to your Witcher.
I'm sorry, so you're sure about the Eagles winning?
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Yeah, I'm sure. I am. Well, here's the thing. You got to take some upsets to maximize the profitability.
Just to ask as a friend, how much money did you put on this parlay?
I'm not gonna reveal that.
Okay.
I'm playing with house money. Let's just put it that way because I've already won
to
big
afford diapers next week.
Baby going around the house
Old
naked.
Shirts. Okay.
She poops on the floor. She poops on the floor. You know? But you use code GPS when you sign up at DraftKings. We got a link in the description. They're giving you 56-1 odds this weekend for any wildcard team to win their game. Bet $5 and win $200 in free bets. So check it out with code GPS over at DraftKings. And
Dustin dropping 50s already.
Wow, Dustin. Vodka.
Perna, you know what? I'm going to let you pick whatever clip you want. You do it. Obviously not Scooter Railway, but you whatever you want.
Yeah.
You choose. You choose for Dustin.
Dustin, what clip do you get?
Oh, wow. Is that a pancreas?
Great selection. Great
Love
selection.
the pancreas.
Yeah. I want to kind of dive right into this. I would love to face the Eagles in Green Bay. That would be wonderful. As a jester, oh, yeah, I could see it. You'll know when we play D&D. But Perna, why don't you break this down? This is an actual story here about Viagra and Josh Allen. It's not something we made up. Take it away, Perna.
I gotcha. Okay, so ESPN, they got a little show called Get Up, which for this story is perfecta.
Wieners.
And they were talking about Josh Allen not playing well in very cold weather, saying Allen second worst in completion percentage and freezing temperatures. And Bart Scott on the show, Get Up, had a recommendation for Josh Allen. So I pulled the clips there from the show. We got Viagra 1, so I'll play that for you right now.
Josh Allen listening? Can people get this message to him? Viagra. Take some Viagra for the game, baby. Got to put that circulation going right.
I don't know how to move off of that.
I don't have any medical background, so I don't really have a response to that, but you played, so you must know something.
So Bart Scott was basically saying Viagra helps open up your blood vessels, gets blood to all the parts of your body, because Josh Allen was saying part of the reason he doesn't play as well in freezing cold temperatures is because he has poor circulation. He can't feel his little tootsies. Can't feel his feet half the time. Can't feel his hands. So Bart Scott giving a legit recommendation. And Scott went on here. So this was not the end. I tried to, make these brief.
A lot of us take Viagra, right? Because Viagra opens up the blood vessels.
A lot of us take Viagra. What do you mean?
A lot of NFL players, at least in my day, took Viagra because it opens up the blood vessels. A lot of endurance athletes, because Viagra was first a heart medicine, right? So it builds up circulation, which makes sure that it gets the circulation to the feet.
Okay.
So Bart Scott says a lot of NFL players would take Viagra before cold games, and never have I wanted to be a football player so bad in my life. I mean, not wanted to play football, not wanted to play.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm not a scientist, but yeah. Oh, we got a fitty. Oh man. Bills game.
Man. A Bills fan referencing a fitty?
Oh, yeah.
We know what we're doing.
You know that.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
Buffalo all the way this time.
I do love it. Tyler, there you go. That's a vibe right there. Wow. Okay. Wait, hold on. Top Gear actually did this when they went above sea level when they felt lightheaded and it actually worked. Taking Viagra?
No, there might be a Well, Bart Scott's right. They were trying to develop a heart medication when Viagra was created. It was created by accident. They were trying to have a medication that got more blood flowing, I believe, through the heart. And they're like, well, this is sort of working, but it's mostly giving men erections.
I would love to be a test subject there. And it's like, okay, Billy, this is going to hopefully help your heart. And he's like, well, doctor, it did help the heart, but hey, now you want to hang a coat? That's
my wife.
That's essentially where that's going. Wow. Okay. There's a mic'd up of Chad Johnson saying he was on Viagra mid-game. So do you think this poses other questions now, Brandon Perna? Listen, in the movie Space Jam, Michael's secret stuff that was given at halftime. Maybe it was Viagra. Maybe put a little Viagra in that water, and then maybe they were all out there with erections. Just saying.
We're talking, the first time around, right? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, how could you not if you're around that bunny, that rabbit?
I just don't. Okay, that was very interesting. My question is Josh Allen now going to take Viagra before this? Because, he probably heard that. I was like, that's stupid. And then he's like, wait a minute. Got other players coming out and saying this.
Freezing?
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be, 1 degree on Saturday night?
Dude, it's supposed to be frickin' fracking free. It's supposed to be cold here in, downstate New York. Right now, Buffalo weather for Saturday night, we got a whopping, hold on, it's supposed to be 4 degrees. But they're saying it might be sub-zero temperatures. Yeah.
Woo.
Nice.
I hope
with
it doesn't affect Josh Allen's play.
Minus 10 to 15 range with the wind chill. Oh, baby.
That's cold.
Dark Knight, hope you're feeling better. Packers gonna Super Bowl, though. Well, it's supposed to. They're apparently, it's still far out, but the weekend or the divisional round, it's supposed to be very hazardous weather in Green Bay.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Well, and this kind of goes back to, I think it was Mina Kimes tweeted something about what's a silly football take you have that you actually believe? And she said that if the Bills want to get the best out of Josh Allen, they need to build the domed stadium. So I think that's kind of where all of this sort of started to progress at ESPN. Somebody found a stat about Josh Allen not playing extremely well in very cold weather. And now it's turned into a massive Viagra story. And I couldn't be happier that we are sitting here on a Friday morning before Wild Card Weekend talking about Josh Allen's penis. That's why I started doing YouTube, Tom. It is literally the reason I started doing this. Oh, Buffalo all the way this time. All right, the Texans fired David Culley yesterday.
He seemed like such a nice man.
Very nice man.
I'm glad he's getting paid all those millions of dollars still from the Texans.
Yeah, $17 million over the next 3 years, $22 million total for David Culley. So, Jonathan, thank you, my friend. So, not the worst thing in the world to have to coach the Texans for a year and then you get $22 million. But it was surprising in that, one, they waited until Thursday to do it. I think a great sign of an organization that has its shit together is the organization that fires its coach 4 days after everyone else does.
Agreed.
Dolphins were late by a day. Okay, you get a little bit of a pass. Texans 4 days late. I think, though, the reason they might have done that is oh my God, Brian Flores is available. And Deshaun Watson wanted to go Miami, play with Brian Flores. What if we just keep Brian Flores here? Then Deshaun Watson going to stay here in Houston and play for us forever. Maybe that's an approach. Gerard Mayo's emerging as a leading candidate. So basically the Texans, they've got Jack Easterby up there atop, the former Patriots team chaplain. They got Nick Caserio, former Patriots front office guy, and they're going to go after either a Patriots coach or a Patriots coach.
Yes.
So it's going to be Patriots 2.0 again for the Texans, which is what they had with Bill O'Brien the first time around. But
he's available.
People were kind of surprised that David Culley got fired because we expected the Texans to win 0 games, and they won 4.
They beat the Colts.
Signed.
No, they didn't. Titans.
What's that?
They beat the Titans.
Yeah. They won 4 games. And yes, the Texans were not good. But Culley went into a horrible situation.
Oh, yeah.
All of their best players were gone. They signed a bunch of free agents to 1-year deals. They got rid of some of those free agents mid-season. Running back Phillip Lindsay, running back Mark Ingram. They had Davis Mills, who I thought they got the best out of. You could argue David Culley did the best coaching job with the rookie QB he got. So there was kind of this thought that, hey, the Texans don't need to get rid of David Culley. He doesn't need to be made like a scapegoat here. But obviously, they think they can upgrade the position at head coach, so he was fired. And I know, like, Texan fans are like, the Texans weren't good with David Culley. We know the Texans weren't good with Bill O'Brien.
They could have had Vince Lombardi back there, and I don't think they would have been good.
They won the same amount of games with Deshaun Watson. So I thought, like, Culley, at the very least, earned a second season there in Houston. And again, the coaching market's just getting more and more competitive. So I don't know if you're a head coach, if you want to go to Houston. Like, I wouldn't want to go to Houston. I wouldn't want to go to Miami unless I wanted to get fired early and make all that guaranteed money on my contract.
That's it.
Unless, of course, you get fired because you Urban Meyer your way out of there and they have cause, and then you might get screwed out of your money. So
that is also true.
Anyway.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Well, it's funny because speaking of 4 days later, not only did the Texans be like, oh yeah, 4 days after the season's over, we're going to do that. I saw on Twitter, the Vikings thanked their fans for a season, for a great season. 4 days after, they just did this yesterday. And I was like, Vikings suck forever. So everybody,
thank you, fans. We are standing here with you
through the highs and lows. It's all lows, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like we were talking about this on Wednesday, the most attractive like head coaching vacancies. And the Texans, I think, are
worse.
They're low.
Worse.
They're real low. Because I just don't know what they finally have a first round pick, which is going to be nice. But they'll probably run with Davis Mills again, unless they decide to go quarterback again. I don't even know what the hell that team looks like. Unless Brian Flores comes in and Deshaun Watson's like, okay, I play now.
Yeah.
But people are pissed in Houston with Deshaun Watson too. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a fun time. I would not want to be a head coach there. But if you said you were going to give me $22 million for a year, I would suck it up and say, okay.
Yeah, I could coach the Texans for, 22 million.
I'll do it for 10.
I'll do it for 9.5.
I'll do it for 8.
I'll do it for 9.5. I'm not going any lower, Tom. You won.
You wouldn't coach the Texans for $8 million.
No. I don't like humidity. I don't want to live in humidity.
I don't like humidity. Oh, I love it.
The dumbest reason.
I would prefer not to. I
don't think I could pretend to be as religious as Jack Easterby would want me to be,
I get you. Like $9 million is just the amount of money that I'd be like, okay, I could fake this enough.
Yeah.
I get that.
What are you going to do with $8 million?
Exactly.
I mean, give me at least 9.5.
1,000,000%. So yeah, Brian Flores is interviewing for the Bears job though. And you wrote in there, is Brian Flores actually a jerk?
Yeah. It's
great little headline there.
Yeah. It's funny because I can't tell if, the Dolphins fire a guy like Brian Flores, not understanding the backlash they're going to receive from fans. And then they try to discredit the man by trying to leak out some information that makes him look bad. Makes Brian Flores look bad. Don't know. You can't really know the truth there unless a guy like Tua comes out and says, Brian Flores never said that he wishes he would have drafted Mac Jones instead of me. And now the reason I'm tending to believe that the Dolphins are leaking out some discreditable information for Flores is because this Mac Jones thing
crapped on.
Yeah. So like this nugget about Flores telling Tua that he sucked and wishes he would have drafted Mac Jones came from Michael Lombardi. Now, Michael Lombardi likes to spew some BS. That's known. That is known. And so this clip of him on a podcast went viral. And Michael Lombardi had to clarify with the tweet saying, Those weren't Brian Flores' words. Those were my words. I listened to the clip, and he sort of said that during the thing. He's like, he probably said something like,
Gotcha.
I wish I would have drafted Mac Jones. So it's a made-up thing. It's a made-up thing. That one.
I'm shocked.
Now, and I don't doubt that Brian Flores clashed with the GM and the owner in Miami. I don't doubt that at all. But I don't know how his coaches or the players responded to Flores's leadership style.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know Bears fans want Brian Flores. I know a lot of football teams would take him. I bet the Texans would like him, especially if that were a lure to keep Deshaun Watson there.
Yeah.
I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And we have seen Brian Flores and Tua kind of sort of go at it on the sideline a little bit, but like that's coaches and players all the time. That happens all the time.
Do you think that
Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday got into it? What's that?
That's true. He might just hate left-handed people.
Yeah, that are actually right-handed, but their dad made them learn to throw left.
Yeah. It's a very specific niche, but maybe that's like Brian Flores' thing. I will be honest. I don't want to see him in Chicago because I think he would be a problem.
Yeah.
So, and I want nothing good for the Bears or the Vikings.
Tom hates the Bears.
Not more than the Vikings. I hate the Vikings more, but you know.
Yeah. So you hate the Vikings, the Bears, and then the Lions in that order.
The Lions, I don't even hate them. I gotta be honest. I don't even hate them. I hate the Seahawks a million times more than the Lions.
Fair enough.
Seahawks, honestly, for me, they're up there with the Vikings. They're neck and neck. I just have to hear from Vikings fans more. So I think that they're just like a little bit higher, but it would go Vikings, Seahawks, Bears.
Yeah. Seahawks are pretty hateable. I mean, Super Bowl 48 did it. And then the fact that they lost to the Patriots the next year, boy, cowards.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take their quarterback if he available.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And then about Carson Wentz, just like, Colts fans, not really Chris Ballard, not supporting Carson Wentz or saying like, maybe it's a little bit on the fence, maybe a little iffy.
Yeah. His press conference that he does every year. The Colts might be in the quarterback market because if you listen to Ballard, he said they asked him about Wentz, and he said, at the time of the decision, we felt good about it. Never good when the guy says, at the time of the decision, we liked it. And then he said, and I still don't regret it at the time of the decision. So he had a chance to sort of reaffirm his support for Carson Wentz, and he did not do it. He didn't throw Wentz under the bus, but you don't have to be a football expert to look at the way Wentz finished that season and go, oh yeah, he's not the guy. He is not the guy. I mean, if Frank Reich can't get the best out of him now with ideal circumstances, good offensive line, good running game, good defense, every excuse like Wentz had in Philadelphia, gone, except for maybe not a top tier ball catcher.
See, I agree and I disagree. Because they don't have the receivers, but the offensive line, which was supposed to be marketed as one of the best, I mean, just look at that Jacksonville game. He got sacked, 6 times? Like, they were, I don't know if that was like they're playing Jacksonville and they're like, you know what? I hate Carson Wentz. Go ahead, Josh Allen. Do your worst. I mean, there's a couple games where that offensive line really wasn't too great.
Yeah, but is it the line or is it a quarterback who doesn't know when to get rid of the football? Is it a quarterback who's not putting his line in a position to succeed?
A little column A, a little column B, I would say. I would say that their star-studded offensive line was not as advertised, and they had injuries and stuff like that too. But
guess who's not talking about the Eagles' offensive line?
Oh yeah, God, that was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, but look at them now. Best running game in the league. Like,
sure.
Maybe it's not the maybe they're not a top 5 offensive line, but they're a good enough line where Wentz can't use that as an excuse for failing. And I'm not saying Wentz would even do that. I'm not trying to knock on Wentz. But I'm saying, like, the narrative. You can't go no line, no run game, no receivers.
Sure.
He had 2 of the 3 for sure, in my opinion.
You just hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor, and like half your job is done.
Yeah.
No, I completely get it. He's not the guy. Like, he's just not the guy to be there. Because if he was a, this is not an insult. Like, if he was an Alex Smith, right? Or like a Fitzpatrick, in which it was like game manager, not going to like go out and like ball all the time, but he's not going to throw like all these turnovers and lose you the game. That's basically what they wanted in Phillip Rivers, right? And if you had that, like if Alex Smith was playing on the Colts, I think they're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, no, Alex Smith for sure. I think for Wentz too, it's not even the turnovers because, he only threw 7 picks this season, had a couple weird fumbles.
Yeah.
It's more of the efficiency. He's just not an efficient quarterback. And like those other guys, like Alex Smith, he's going to have, a high completion percentage. Maybe he's not taking enough shots downfield, but like Carson Wentz, 185 yards, 148 yards, 225, 57 passing yards, completion percentages of 41, 58, 59. Like he's not doing the offense any favors. And to me, it's a guy who's not getting timing, not finding rhythm, and he's just not doing anything to put the offense in a favorable position. And he's had enough time. Colts are going to move on. And the weird thing is they don't have that first round pick, but they might be able to get the quarterback that they want in this draft if they're looking to draft a guy in the second round anyway, depending on how that shakes out. So who knows?
Yeah, the Colts are I don't know. I mean, obviously, Jonathan Taylor is that offense right now. I mean, T.Y. Hilton's probably going to be gone at this point. Pittman has emerged as a pretty nice wide receiver. I think it's going to be interesting to see what direction they take this in because they're going to be in like this kind of weird rebuild thing. And I put out a video yesterday talking about like the top 5 most surprising teams of this season. And the Eagles were on that list because they were supposed to be in a rebuild. I thought that they would be god awful. I'm pretty sure on Clickbait Sports, like Scooter at one point was just like, we know like the Eagles are going to be like one of the worst teams in the league, right? And they did have a very soft schedule to end their season, but like they're in the playoffs in what was supposed to be a rebuild year. Like, kudos to them. And meanwhile, you have the freaking Colts who have like the best running back when Derrick Henry is hurt, and they're still not able to make the playoffs. So,
yeah. If I'm the Eagles, if I'm the Colts, I call the Eagles about one Gardner Minshew to be my quarterback.
Yeah.
Cheap, affordable. Indy's a nice home for Minshew. He's everything you wanted Wentz to be, especially with his shirt off.
It's very windy out, so Moosey's pretty scared of the wind. So he was whining at the door. That'll let him in.
Let him in. You know who doesn't need Viagra is Gardner Minshew. Oh,
that's God. True. I thought you were going to say DraftKings Sportsbook.
Oh, you know who doesn't need Viagra? Good segue. Oh, damn it.
Live with StreamYard.
Not the StreamYard overlay. Not Gruden Skechers. DraftKings Sportsbook, baby. Let me tell you about DraftKings. The playoffs are here. And DraftKings is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Okay? And right now, with the countdown to Super Bowl 56, they're giving you 56-1 odds on any wildcard team to win their game. Bet just $5, and you win $280 in free bets if the team you bet on is victorious. Now, again, I did a 5-team parlay for the wildcard weekend because I like to stack those odds for the big payout. The big payout. Pay my house bill this month if I win. If I win. Got to take risks, though. I took some risks. Go Eagles, fly, Eagles, fly. I need Jalen Hurts to destroy the Buccaneers. I need Josh Allen to be led to victory with Viagra. I need the 49ers to upset the friggin' Cowboys.
Very possible.
If you don't have legal sports betting in your state, don't forget about the DraftKings Fantasy app. Daily fantasy. You can do fantasy this wild card weekend. Just use our
like
code,
a Pegasus.
GPS. Yeah, like what Tom said. DraftKings.
A horse with wings.
Link in the description. Thanks, Joe.
No, not thanks, Joe. He said the Packers are going to choke.
Sorry. Anybody who gives me money in the super chats, even if it's...
I'll say whatever you want. I'll agree with whatever you say.
I'm the Ron Burgundy of super chats.
I'm Ron Burgundy? All right, Perna. Any other news before we get into the wild card matchups?
Oh, yes. Panthers fans. Oh, you are screwed. You are screwed, Carolina. Because yesterday I read that the Carolina Panthers are interviewing former Broncos special teams coach Tom McMahon to come in and coach their special teams. He was with the Broncos for like 4 years. And the Broncos special teams, outside of Brandon McManus, the kicker, atrocious. Worst special teams coach I've ever seen. And now your dumb organization's like, yeah, let's get that guy. Let's get the guy who literally had one of the worst special teams units on earth come in and resurrect whatever problems we got going on in that department. So my condolences to Panthers fans. I know nobody cares about special teams hires, but don't do it. Don't do it.
Listen, I know what it's like to have bad special teams. You don't want it. You don't want to have heart problems every single time a ball is kicked. You don't want that.
Yeah. It's such a, like, it will kill momentum so hard. You don't want it. You do not want it.
Oh, I know. And so basically your curse is still upon the Panthers.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do
lethal.
They're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Like those early curses are that's it.
Wow, Kingpin. Why are the Broncos being sold? Because Pat Bowlen had too many damn kids. He had too many kids. None of them emerged as a real candidate to take over the team. And the team is in a trust, and the trust decides who gets to own the team. And they're like, not the kids. We're going to sell it. So that's why.
Benny Tech gave you $5, and you agree with it because he gave you money.
Yes. I endorse Bill O'Brien for new head coach of the Broncos.
Clip it.
Look, I sort of endorsed O'Brien for the Jaguars, all right? I don't think he's the worst head coach on earth. He just can have no say on player personnel. Or he can, and if you're a GM, your job's super easy because whatever he suggests, you do the opposite, and you're going to succeed. He's like, let's trade away Jalen Waddle. You're like, no. Jalen Waddle, 10-year extension. Let's get rid of Andrew Van Ginkel. No, we're keeping him. Easy. I should be GM of the Jags.
Here's what I'm going to say, Brandon Perna. Peyton Manning is going to own your team.
Oh,
yeah. New owner. And he's going to be like, I know what we need. I'm going to hire my best friend, Adam Gase.
Not going to happen. No way. Don't you Gase me. Don't you Adam Wayne Gase me, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Gase.
I think Elway ends up, if it's between Manning and Elway's ownership group, I feel like Elway's going to win that one just because he has the relationship with Joe Ellis who runs the trust. But I could be wrong. Here's the thing with Manning. If the Manning family ends up owning it, nobody can stop them from getting Arch Manning to be the Broncos quarterback when the time comes. You're going to draft Arch Manning when the Broncos are owned by the Mannings? They will destroy you and everyone you know. So you stay away. Aaron Rodgers holds us off until we get Arch Manning.
From coming down from the suites and just like yelling at him like a scolded child. He's like, what are you doing out there? He puts him in timeout.
Arch Manning is the only quarterback who's got his helmet microphone mic'd in from the ownership booth.
Yep. That's 100% accurate. All right. So, Brandon Perna, let's talk about some playoff games.
Yeah.
Let's break it down. Let's get into
do
it. All right. First game. First game of the weekend. You got the Raiders taking on.
The Bengals.
Taking on.
Kitty goes meow.
Taking them on.
The
All
Bang Boys.
It goes meow.
The Bengals.
This is an interesting game because I've said it a million times now. The Raiders could win this game, but it's going to have to come down to a lot of shenanigans, and Joe Burrow's just going to be like, remember I was taking care of the football real good at the end of the year? I'm not going to do that no more. So the Bengals have been to the moon by all the Bengals stock.
They're as high can be.
But they've also had some really bad games this year. And they had like some sloppy games, like the one that against the Chargers stands out, which is kind of why I was hoping like the Chargers would get in and like we would get a rematch because that was a fun game. The Bengals should win. How crazy, because they haven't won, was it since 1991?
91.
Yeah. I was one.
Oh my God.
Well, it depends. I might not have been one. It's probably in January. So no, I wasn't one yet because I was born in September of 90. So I was not one. I was like 0.5.
Yeah. So Home Alone debuted in theaters in 1990.
True.
And
that's when I was born.
Bengals won the following year. Joe Burrow is Kevin McAllister. Derek Carr is not Marv. Which one's Marv? Is Joe Pesci Marv or Daniel Stern Marv?
No,
I forget.
Daniel Stern.
It's the Home Alone game, and the last time the Raiders won was 2003 in the postseason. So one of these guys, they're gonna shake a long, horrible drought in the playoffs. In my prediction episode, like I said, the way the Bengals lose this game is probably going to be Max Crosby. So we know the Bengals offensive line has had trouble protecting Joe Burrow. 51 sacks this year. Max Crosby leads the NFL in QB pressures, right? Underrated pass rusher, can be a game wrecker. That's what you talked about, like Burrow making a mistake, throwing a bad pass. It might not be a sack, but it might be pressure coming. He tries to force a pass somewhere that he shouldn't. So that's kind of how I see the Raiders winning this one, is maybe the offensive line struggles against Max Crosby. Outside of Max Crosby, are you worried about any of the other Raider pass rushers? Not really. Maybe Yannick Ngakoue. How much is he playing, though? I feel like I haven't even heard his name much this season.
Yeah. Here's what I'm going to propose to you, Brandon Perna. I want to get your take on this. I know you don't like the Raiders.
I want to give you the take.
I know you don't like the Raiders. They're not. Sure. You're not, but you like Hunter Renfrow. You like him. You like Hunter Renfrow.
Fucking love Hunter Renfrow.
Love Hunter Renfrow.
Sell me insurance and get open in the end zone, Hunter.
That's it. I want to know if you agree with this. Max Crosby is a good football player. He's a good player. I want to know how you feel that after every sack in the regular season, he legally adds another X to his name.
Ooh. That'd be awesome.
So it would be like if they play on Sunday Night Football, it'd be Max.
Yeah.
Crosby.
This season, he's got 10 sacks. Yannick's got 10 sacks. So Max would have 12 X's because he has 2, right?
He's
got two. Yeah, 12 X's. Yeah.
I think that would be great.
Yeah. And he's got a great nickname in Mad Max. Like it's
great.
I think he has to change his first name to Mad then.
I think he should come out on a pickup truck that is blowing flamethrowers and an electric guitarist, like in Mad Max, as his entrance into the Bengals stadium.
Hell yeah.
And they're gonna be like, this, you could commit, like, what are you doing? Like, this is a problem. And you're like, no, he's doing donuts in the end zone. Maybe he doesn't play, but I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But Bengals are gonna probably win.
I think the Bengals win. I think there's too many receiving weapons, and if the Bengals need to beat the Raiders with the run game, they got that. Like, and the Bengals pass rush is just as good. Bengals pass rush, I think, is better than the Raiders with Trey Hendrickson and Sam Old Mother Hubbard. Let me put your QB in the cupboard. Yeah, I think the Bengals win. I
do too. If the Bills lose, the Bengals are my ride or die team for the AFC.
You gotta get them kitty goes meows, you know.
Kitty goes meow all day.
Yeah, well, the Bengals are such an underdog story that it's hard not to root for them to go all the way. And like, I mean, if we can get a Bengals Chiefs playoff game, I think that sounds fun to me.
That's mine.
Bengals Bills is a fun playoff game. I just want to see couple high scoring games, couple ugly low scoring games. But again, we won't be surprised if the Raiders do get the victory. Then you got Pats Bills, Tom. Patriots versus Buffalo all the way this time.
Yeah. This is
No, it's the Bills!
It's the Bills, Tom.
This is the Bills. It's funny because I have people telling me like they're going to the game or thinking about going to that game. That's gonna be cold ass weather. Like, do you think that they come in with the exact same game plan and they just run the ball like 55 times?
No, I mean, I think that was because of the wind, you know. If the wind's not crazy,
I don't want any of that.
You can deal with the cold. The body gets warm once your adrenaline starts flowing. So I don't think the cold will change the Patriots' approach. I don't think it'll change the Bills' approach. But I do think the Patriots are going to want to lean on running the football.
Oh, God, yeah.
They were successful doing it. So if they do run it, say, 50 times, it's only because I think they don't want Mac Jones to throw interceptions and lose the game for him.
He did not end the season well. Except that Jaguars game, he did not end the season well. And I was like, oh, well, there's finally the rookie aspect of it because he's been very careful with the ball all year. And then there was a few games at the end. I was like, ooh, that's not what you want to say. Like Bill Belichick definitely hit him in the locker room. Like he open hand just smacked him in the face.
What's it do?
Yeah, like he might have spanked him. He might have like rolled up the playbook and just, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Yep.
Yeah, like when Michael Scott spanks
his
nephew or was it his nephew? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there are three really good games. I think there's three really good games this weekend, and then I think there's three like meh games. Like the Eagles Bucks, I'm not really like okay, and then Steelers Chiefs. Steelers Chiefs, they're the least amount of excited I could possibly be, and then like it'd be Bengals Raiders. But I think the Rams Cardinals is gonna be really good. I think that Bills Patriots is gonna be really good, and I think that 49ers Cowboys is gonna be real good. So
yeah,
just think. But yeah, Bills Patriots.
Now that you said that, the opposite will happen.
Of course. Oh yeah, no. Now those. Okay, listen. I hope every single NFC game goes into triple overtime. Get them as tired as possible. And that's it. Because whoever plays the Packers, I want them exhausted. Whoa! We got a fitty!
Whoa.
Marco!
What a goodie.
Love listening to you guys, even though I'm a Pats fan. Can't wait for the Battle of the Bastards on Saturday night. Expecting that level of excitement and violence. And Buffalo. Oh, so he's a Patriots fan.
Hey.
There you go. That was a good choice. Perna.
Yeah. I don't think the Pats fan wanted
The Buffalo one? No, I don't think he did. Do you have the Bills winning, though?
Yeah, I think the Bills win.
Yeah.
I think they're just
Mac
top
Jones
to bottom. They're the better team. Like, you could argue the Patriots got a better running game than the Bills. Nobody's going to disagree with that. But the Bills' defense is just as good as the Patriots' defense. Bills got the better quarterback, got the better receiving core. Like, they're better. And they should win. They have no excuses. And they've found some success lately with Devin Singletary. I think that helps. Patriots are tough to throw against, but Josh Allen in the victory against them last time was clutch. Like, he was good. Wasn't turning the ball over. He's got to have some big runs as usual. So even if he can't feel his feet, trust the Viagra, Josh, and just run hard. Just run hard, baby.
Perna, out of all the teams in the playoffs right now, which one this weekend is going to do the craziest crap? Like, which one's going to be like balls to the wall? Who cares?
Eagles, baby.
I would think that. I think it's going to be the Steelers, because Ben Roethlisberger coming out saying like, yeah, we probably shouldn't be here. Like, yeah, we're probably the worst team. We're the number 14. We're just going to go out and have fun. Like, I want them to just go for it on 4th and 32. And they're like, yeah, we're on our own 3, but why not?
Yeah. See, I think the Eagles are going to do more crazy things because they have a quarterback who's actually capable of executing those crazy things.
True. I hope so, Uncultured. Scooter better do a damn good job with the Scooter Elway.
He better.
Perna wasn't there, but I made sure that was the punishment. So
yeah, it's a good one.
I do agree though. The Eagles could do like some like crazy trick plays and things like that. Maybe you'll see some Philly specials. But like, I'm curious to see like the Steelers just go out there and be like, guys, like, we suck. Like, we're just going to go and we're just going to annoy them. Like, we're just going to keep jumping off sides every single play. Or like, no, it's going to be encroachment every play. And they're going to move 5 yards down the field. And that's going to be the entire game. It's going to be a 3.5 hour first quarter.
That would be smart. That would be ballsy. And the Steelers might get Juju Smith-Schuster back. Like, true. Nobody was talking about that. Everybody's talking about J.J. Watt, but Juju got back to practice. Him and Watt both practiced without any issue yesterday. So he could be back for them, and I think that's kind of a key return.
It helps.
The Eagles have some good karma on their side.
Ooh.
And that you need against Tom Brady, because I saw that the Eagles corner, and this from Field Yates on Twitter. Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. I even got the friggin' visual. Look at me. Eagles corner Steven Nelson made a healthy scratch in Week 18, a move that prevented him from reaching a 90% playtime incentive worth $375K. Day before the game, though, Philly gave him a $375,000 signing bonus to make up for that missed incentive. You don't see teams do that a lot. And actually, we just saw the Bucs tell AB the opposite, which is double middle finger. And I think Philly, they've got a weird, crazy front office, but they made the right move there. And I think they get a little karma going into the playoffs. And here's a stat I saw, a good one for Eagles fans. Because everybody knows the Bucs, they're tough to run against. But like I said in the prediction episode, teams kind of give up running against them because they go down. They have a deficit. And the Bucs were middle of the road in terms of yards per attempt. They just re-signed, they extended Vita Vea. Running at the middle of the Bucs defense, near impossible with Vita Vea. He is a game wrecker. But outside, the Bucs give up like 5.2 yards per carry. And I've said it through the season, Bucs kind of struggle with mobile quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts and the way the Eagles run the ball have an advantage there. And it's not just like some well-wishing, like, yeah, the Eagles need to run the ball good to win this game. I think they can run the ball down Tampa's throats in this game. And I think there's stats to back it up. So don't be surprised if those Eagles control the game clock, keep Tom Brady on the sideline where he has a hard time getting rhythm, and just crank yards away. Jalen Hurts. Gonna light it up. Gonna light it up.
Do you think Tom Brady goes out for a pass to redeem himself for the dropped one in the Super Bowl?
Yeah. He's gonna fucking drop it again.
Can you imagine he just gets lit up? Like, Perna's like, I close my eyes and that's what I see. Are you manifesting it right now?
Yeah. I just
don't need no Viagra here.
Yeah. Don't need Viagra when I can think about Tom Brady getting sacked.
That's it.
Sack that man.
Yeah, I think the next best game, I think, though, of this weekend, 49ers Cowboys. A lot of people thinking that the 49ers are going to be able to pull off the upset. That's how I see. I just think they're a really bad matchup for the Cowboys. They're a run aggressive team. Deebo Samuel, I think, should scare any defense. Yeah. And I'm sorry, you put Diggs on Deebo. I think Deebo's winning that, over and over and over again. Now, I will say, yes, it was against backups and stuff, but the pass rush that the Cowboys have, especially when Randy Gregory gets it going, it can be scary. So, yeah. But if Trent Williams comes back, that's incredible. So, all I want is for them to go away.
Yeah, it's you've got these two weapons for the Cowboys on defense, and Diggs with the picks, Micah Parsons, who can cover and he can blitz, but he can't cover the way he can get after the QB. And if that's your answer for George Kittle in the passing game, I think you're facing a losing battle. I don't think Diggs matches up well on Deebo, and I think it's because the 49ers do so many things pre-snap, and the way they disguise their offense half the time, you don't even know where he's going to be on the field. Is he running the ball this play because he's a dangerous threat there? Is he going out for a pass? And if he's not, the 49ers have gotten a lot out of their other receivers this season. So
Juwan Jennings, yep.
Yeah, really the mismatch for Dallas is their passing game against a porous 49ers secondary.
Yeah.
And, they got Jimmy Ward, and he's great, but, this game could turn into a shootout easily. But I think you're right in terms of a little bit of a matchup issue. 49ers might have the edge there, and their pass rush is clicking as well. So we'll see what happens. It should be a fun game.
Really
I didn't think
excited
we'd be saying that about a Cowboys playoff game. That's the win for Cowboys fans.
I will say right now in the NFC, out of our potential opponents, the 49ers scare me the most, 100%. Because I think they're a bad match. If Jimmy G doesn't mess it up, they are a very good playoff team. They're built for the playoffs. So yeah, if he doesn't make mistakes, they're going to be good. Sunday night, urinating tree will be going wild. You got Stairs Gone Showbow versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I want this game to be wild because this is probably the game I'm the least interested in. I don't know why this was the Sunday night game, but this game, I think it has potential to be an absolute massacre. So
could be.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about you. Did you see that Brady shirt? It's $50 for a shirt, and it just says Brady on it. It's just a white shirt.
What a snake oil.
Did you see it or no?
No, I have not seen it.
All right, Gad, talk about this game. You need to see this.
All right. Steelers Chiefs, biggest point spread of the weekend. I think the Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites. Big Ben says they've got no reason to win it, which should scare Chiefs fans just a little bit. Mm-hmm. I think the Steelers could run the ball effectively against Kansas City. I think Kansas City's secondary has shown some cracks. The Broncos passed against them. The Bengals passed against them. They're not a perfect team. But I I think this could come down to the Melvin Ingram revenge angle for the Steelers. They let him go. He's been doing some things for the Chiefs. Maybe he has all of the secrets to give the Chiefs about the Steelers. I don't know. I just don't trust Big Ben to outperform Patrick Mahomes. That's pretty simple. And I don't see the Steelers winning, but I'll be rooting for the Steelers, actually. I would love to see the Chiefs and the Raiders lose in the first round of the playoffs.
No. You're rooting for the Chiefs to lose? Perna.
I would like it.
Color me shocked.
I would enjoy it. All right? Sue me.
Man of sophisticated taste. Yeah, I think, again, is there a possibility if the Chiefs lose? I think that this would probably be, it's up there with the Eagles-Bucks, but I think that the Eagles-Bucks is more likely to end in an upset than this game.
Yeah, it's like every year you get an upset.
Yeah.
This game, who's it going to be? Or this weekend? I think the Eagles are going to be the team that upsets, and I don't think if the 49ers win, I don't think people view that as like a big upset.
I don't think so. Not the way that this week is gone. Definitely not. Definitely not. All right, Perna. $50.
Wow.
50. It just says Brady on it.
What a crime. What a crime.
Yup. Your go-to Brady tee featuring our signature logo.
It's made with cotton.
Yup.
Recycled cotton.
$50.
There are people who buy that shit too.
Dude, they have other t-shirts with nothing on it that cost $75. Like this one here. This one is a cool touch short sleeve. I just figured that you'd appreciate this because it gets to crap on Tom Brady more.
Yeah.
$75. They like spent years. They're like, oh man, our marketing prowess is second to none. And people are definitely gonna buy this. But
yeah, I may have to update my TB12 is a scam video.
I think it's just funny because like the next time you lose on clickbait, you're definitely buying one of these. But the bigger thing is, you are. Like, come on now. You know it was happening. This one right here, Perna, it has it right on the shoulder. This is $75.
Good God.
$75, buddy. Yeah. So if you didn't want Tom Brady to lose, now you know. Yep, there you go, Alex. Exactly. That's a clickbait punishment in the making. Easy. So you have fun with that, buddy.
I think I will I'll be upping all of my t-shirt prices to $50.
Yeah. Kitty Goes Meow is now $5 million.
It's not even a design. It's just a font choice. They just made a font
recreate
choice.
The exact same thing. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Jerks.
And then finally, the most wild of wild cards games. Cardinals Rams.
It's in
you
the
said
name.
It before.
Cards.
It's a coin toss. It is. I have no idea who wins this game. I picked the Cardinals, but it's just because I don't know what Rams team shows up. Stafford, I've said it a million times now, 8 interceptions in the last 4 games. Not looking great. If they establish the run and they bail them out with a good defense, the Rams should be able to have this. Cardinals, they're not finishing the season strong either. I don't know which team is going to show up, either of them. And I think that's going to make a very fun football game. Like, I'm probably the most excited for this in the 49ers game.
Yeah, I'm not even really excited for this game. I want to be. I don't know why I'm not. I don't trust either team. I picked the Rams because I think the Cardinals are just built to joke. I would buy a gray shirt that says Perna on it.
Can we please? Oh my God. Can we please come out with shirts that just say Perna and one says Grossi on it? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to charge $50.
We'll charge $50. We're going to charge $50. But don't worry, guys. It'll be made of cotton. It'll be made of cotton. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. That'd be great. So you picked Rams, though.
Yeah, I took the Rams.
Okay.
I mean, J.J. Watt could have an impact.
No DeAndre Hopkins.
Cards. No Hopkins. And as of late, the other receivers really haven't stepped up outside of Zach. Like, the Rams focus on Zach Ertz, and I think your defense will thrive. Now, the Rams they had to sign Eric Weddle this week, which is crazy. They bring in Eric Weddle because they got injuries in their secondary. So, it's such a toss-up. There's ways the Rams can lose. There's ways the Cardinals can lose. Documented ways, not like you can say that about any team. So, GPS beanies. Now we talking.
Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking.
Talking.
Scooter Elway shirts. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
There we go.
We made it for an hour, so now it's just marketing ideas that we're just getting from the fans that are in the chat.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I've been snowboarding, Riley.
Yeah, brah.
Snowboarding a lot, Riley.
Yeah, way to have the same first name as the main character from Inside Out, Riley. You live in Minnesota and you like hockey, Riley. Then you move to San Francisco and you're getting homesick and you miss all your friends. And your dad is trying to hold down a job in a really intense real estate market. Riley. Yeah.
See? People spend money just to make dumb comments here. Of course they'd buy a $50 Grossi or Perna shirt.
No, not Grossi Perna. Grossi Perla Show. We should have. Mine should be Grassy, and yours should be Perla. We'll just do and see how bad we can mess it up.
We should make them. We should actually sell them for $51 to prove we're better than Tom Brady.
Yes. Okay. All right. We have some great merch ideas. We'll put Grossi. It would be Grossi and Perla.
Grossi Perla.
Grossi Perla Show. That's it. Yeah, folks, listen. West Saga, a lot of implications this week. A lot of implications. $50 and 1 penny. Exactly. Perna, we made it through the show.
We did another navigation.
Made it through the navigation.
Whoa, breaking news.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Disney Plus announces Tim Allen to star in, produce Santa Claus series for Disney Plus.
Well, are we announcing? It was funny. I saw it. Did you ever watch the show Justified?
Yeah, I watched, I think like a season or two.
It gets really good, but they're coming back with a new limited series, and I'm really excited about it.
Timothy Olyphant. Very good.
I love him. He's so dreamy.
He's the man we all want to be, but can't.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Perna, you got anything coming out?
Yeah. I got a Trevor Lawrence. Is he the worst rookie quarterback ever video? It's done, but like I got to kind of reassess a little bit of it. But I think I'm going to do that, drop that Sunday morning maybe.
Oh.
I'm going to stream Bills Patriots. So book it.
Book it. Streaming every single playoff game.
Yeah, Tom's streaming all the games, in case you're wondering.
In about 10 minutes, I had an interview last night at like 9:30 with Andy Herman of Pack-A-Day Podcast, breaking down the best and worst potential matchups for the Packers in the playoffs. So that'll be dropping. That was a good like 30-minute video too. So that'll be dropping in about 10 minutes. And Friday night Q&A tonight. And there's probably going to be a reaction video or 2 or 3 this weekend from the losers of playoff games.
Nice.
So,
Tom on it.
Boom.
Tom on it.
Folks, we thank you for coming out on a Friday. When we come back on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, we'll have 5 out of the 6 results of the playoffs. So we'll talk about it. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you've been navigated.
And you've reached your destination.